What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Joe coming back at you with another video. So today I'm going to be discussing something that's a real hot topic and kind of a heated topic within the Cowboys nation. So before I get into it, I just want to make one thing very clear. No matter who they put in between Bryant or Brice Butler, I will support them no matter what. I will support the Cowboys no matter what, no matter who they have at running back, at quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line, who they have on defense. No matter what, I will cheer for the Cowboys till the end. But, you know, that still doesn't change my opinion on some players. But I don't want to get into that right now. I want to talk about Brice Butler versus Bryant, and who I think and what the stats show should be in for the Cowboys between Bryant or Brice Butler. But I'm just gonna stick with these two. I'm gonna have them face off with each other, and next video or another video later on, I'll do it between Brice Butler and Terrence Williams, and then Bryant versus Terrence Williams, you know, whoever. But today, it's going to be Brice Butler versus Bryant. So before I get into it, I also want to say one thing, talk about one thing. Brice Butler has said that he will not sign with the Cowboys if they do not have him as a starter. He was used in certain situations, and he was used in situations where they needed him out there on the field. He was not a starter. However, he did start a couple games, but he never stayed on like Terrence Williams or Miles Austin or Bryant. You know how they're always in there, or Cole Beasley even. But today, Bryant versus Brice Butler. So let's just go ahead and start with their combine numbers. Say so. Start off with the 40-yard dash, which is, in my opinion, the most famous combine event for a wide receiver, is the 40-yard dash. Okay, so Brice Butler won that one by just 0.0 something seconds, or anyway, his was 4.37, where Bryant's was 4.52. So Brice Butler had a faster 40-yard time. Then they had the 20-yard dash. Brice Butler was 2.58, where Bryant was 2.51. So, if we're keeping tallies here, so far it's 1-1. Oh, sorry, 1-1. And then we had the 10-yard dash, and that was a 1.54 for Brice Butler and a 1.53 for Bryant. So it was literally just barely Bryant won that one. So right now it's 1-2 in favor of Well, then we get on to the vertical jump, and Butler had 39 inches, and Bryant had 38 inches. So Butler won that one. So far it's 2-2. Then we had the broad jump. Butler's was 10 feet 9 inches, and Bryant's was 11 feet 1 inch. So far it's 2-3 in favor of Then we had the 20-yard shuttle. Butler's was 4.40, where Bryant's was 4.46. So now it's all tied up again at 3-3. Then we had the 3-cone drill. Butler had a 6.70 seconds, where Bryant had a 7.10. So that goes to Butler. So if you count all that and you add them all together, Butler wins that by 1 point. So it's 4-3. Now, in their professional career and even in their college career, Bryant had a more successful time at both places. And that's because he is a very dominant force. He's very strong. He is very fast. He knows how to play the ball. He knows how to play football. And I would say that he knows that position better than Brice Butler does. But Is it because Dez Bryant has been in that position longer and has had more time in that position and more time spent in that position? You know, that is a possibility, and that is a factor in it. You know, if a person goes to train in a job or does a job, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, and then a part-time person comes in and does it like 2 times a week, well, of course the person that does it 5 times a week is going to have a better understanding of that position and that job better than the person who does it 2 times a week. Now, does that mean that the person that's 2 times a week is not talented? No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that the person that does it 5 times, that person that has more time spent in that position is going to have a better understanding of that job. But now let's go on to last season. Okay, we're gonna go into last season and talk about this. Okay, so Butler only had 15 receptions, where Dez had 69 receptions. Butler had 317 yards, where Dez had 838 yards. Butler averaged a 21.1 yards per carry, where Dez only averaged 12.1 yards per carry. Butler had 3 touchdowns and Dez had 6. Now let's break this down even more. Dez had 78 more receptions than Butler did. 78% more receptions than Butler did. Dez had 62% more yards than Butler did. But Butler had 43% more yards on average than Dez did, where he had almost 80% less receptions than Dez. He still managed to average out 43% more yards per carry than Dez. And Dez, with all of those yards and all those receptions, only got 6 touchdowns to Butler's 3, which is just twice as many. Okay, that's a very low number for someone who had more receptions, more yards, but he averaged less. So you see what I'm saying here is that Butler, even though he has not had as much time spent in that position, he still averages more yards. And in my opinion, had he had more playing time, he would have gotten more touchdowns than Dez, because he's faster than Dez. He can cut fast. He's faster on a straightaway, more faster on a straightaway than Dez is. He cuts faster than Dez. He might not be as strong, but he averages more yards. Okay? And the targets and the balls that are thrown to him, he gets them more times than not, compared to Dez, where I think it's like 52% of the time Dez will get it, where I think it's 80% of the time Butler will get it. I could be wrong about Butler's stats, so check me on that if I'm wrong. But Butler still averaged more yards per carry and only got 3 touchdowns to Dez's 6. Where, I mean, that's 20% of the time that he'll get a touchdown when he gets the ball. Where for Dez, I believe it's 12% of the time he'll get a touchdown when he gets the ball. So you see what I'm saying here is that Dez is very talented, and I don't want to say that it's all Dez's fault, because it's not. You know, it could be the routes he runs, the plays that are called, or it could be, you know, Dak doesn't know how to play with him quite yet. But you still got to remember, these are very talented, these are professional players. It doesn't matter who's back there at quarterback. It doesn't matter who's out there playing wide receiver. It doesn't even matter who your offensive coordinator is. You are a professional player. You should know how to do this and get better stats than this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys agree with me, let me know. If you guys disagree with me, let me know. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Peace.